And good evening, my friends. It's 7 p.m., February 27th, 2025. I'm going to sneeze. Great start for a live stream, huh? Sorry, this came without warning. Just a bit of sniffles here and there, but I'm basically better than I was before. Okay, so we're going to talk about activities within the community housing establishments all over Ottawa and how security and police can what they can do to try to wreck the situation. For instance, in this particular building where I live, there's no live security cameras on my floor or the floor above me as well, as I mentioned several times before. So it's hard to catch criminal activity, break and enters, harassments, and fights, and God knows what else, prostitution, drug trafficking, and all that. So it's very hard to catch those on the places where there are no cameras. And it makes sense, criminals know that, and they do everything in their power to do their activities on those floors. And thinking they can get away with it. And usually they do. Like, I know how the live cameras, little ball cameras see in malls, they're live cameras. But there are cameras you can use also for photograph cameras, which are more affordable, considering how everything's getting expensive and budgets are tight. Another option is get a motion activated camera. Instead of a live camera, which is more expensive, get a photo motion detecting camera to take photographs at a certain amount of time. Like if it's a movement, picture, not a movement, picture, every 5 seconds, every 10 seconds, whatever, 5 seconds, whatever, whenever there's a movement in the hallway. That is probably a very good idea for people to use in community housing. Much more easier and affordable than the live cameras, and probably easier for catching criminals in their activities and so forth. And hello, Reddish Tip Savage. And hello, Dave and Bangor. How are you doing, my friends? It's good to hear from you in the chat there, which is good. Well, my harassing friend, the knocker, has knocked on my door again at 1:15 in the morning yesterday, well, technically today. And I could not sleep most of the night, tossing and turning. Very upsetting, so I'm a little bit tired today. However, I did get some productive things done at the same time. I got some things done, very productive things, and very good support system as well. Thank God for that. There's some new information I gave to the support worker who I talk with, and about the harassment that's been going on toward me, knocking on the door, and the sexual harassment from that neighbor down the hall who was charged previously for uttering threats as well. So these people are starting up again, but something else came to my attention today as well from somebody else who lives a floor above me. Someone goes around knocking on doors and walking by. It hasn't happened a long time in his place. He lives right above me. But I wonder if the guy who's harassing me was so drunk and so messed up, he thought his apartment was my apartment, maybe. So who knows? I don't know. It could be that. Who knows? And it doesn't matter what kind of signs you put up. I put up this sign on my door. I'm going to show you in a sec. I put that sign on my door, and it does not deter them. It was actually ripped off partially, and they still harass. I might put this back on my door again, or another kind of sign, maybe more proactive or something. But it won't stop them from harassing. It seems to provoke them to harass and knock on my door more. Reverse psychology, right? It provokes them more. which is actually pretty good because I can catch them in the act. The more they do it, the more I can get pictures at the peephole who it is. Um, if the neighbor down the hall making sexual comments toward me and making a sexual harassing expression toward me, specifically a few nights ago, and the person knocking the door is someone different or the same guy, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. But the pictures will catch that person. Who knows? But obviously, they're knocking my door and think it's a joke. It's not a joke. It's stupid. And actually, I'm not really that. I'm not really. I'm annoyed. Like a mosquito buzzing around you. You have to swat them away. And just notate the things. I got a picture and a little video of him harassing me, making obviously sexual harassing incident that happened. And that is sexual harassment. So that's going to be brought up with the officer I speak with every 2 weeks. So I'll tell him that. I'll call him tomorrow about that because it's kind of urgent. He told me if there's any sexual abuse or sexual harassment, he has to report it because that's kind of serious, like everything else. And that's what I'm going to tell him too, because that's what's happening in my case, big time. Being targeted, sexually harassed. And there is prostitution still going on in this building, obviously, with somebody. I'm not going to mention any names. It's obvious, So it seems like they're targeting me or trying to target me, the predators. And because I'm Indigenous, like I said before, in another video before, these predators tend to target Indigenous people, immigrants, and vulnerable people who are new to Canada, who do not know about the law, and who are new and could be an easy target. So they're targeting people like that, trying to recruit, I guess, and so forth. A lot of criminal activity going on in that manner. So right now I'm just focusing on the support groups I have and trying to recover from the alcoholism and so forth. And it's pretty hard with being harassed and so forth and everything, especially when it's escalating more, just to bug me, just to irritate me, provoke me, trying to get me more in drinking binge to possibly get to me and force their way in my place, possibly, which may have happened already, and so forth. So it's a big game to them, but they'll be caught. And that's the main thing that counts. If people are knocking on people's door, you got to communicate with each other. You got to report any suspicious activity. Like, for instance, that night when I was talking to you guys about those people picking that person's place, I still have to talk to somebody about that. I did actually talk to somebody about that today already, actually. So they're going to look into that. I don't think that was an OCH or a locksmith kind of thing. That was kind of too weird. And yeah. And hello, Pammy J. Good evening. Hope your day's doing okay, or your evening. It's good to see you too as well in the chat, which is good. And yeah, it was snowing early on today. We got 10 centimeters, just under that actually. And it's actually getting really nice and mild. However, it's going to turn really cold overnight to minus 22, 23 by morning. So even though it's really puddly and mushy out there, in Ottawa, we have to be careful here about slipping on ice underneath the snow. It's going down to minus 22, so we're going to have to take care of walking, not slipping on ice. So in this area, be careful walking tomorrow morning, even later on tonight. And as the slushy water puddles and everything are going to freeze up overnight, obviously. Salt trucks are going to be busy pouring salt on roads and so forth. And unfortunately, because my backpack was disappeared on me on the 14th, Valentine's, my cleats are gone, so I'll be extra careful as well, and so forth. "15 centimeters tonight, Pam? I saw it's going to be minus 22, 23 overnight, and we're going to get more snow tomorrow. And that's going to be a bad factor because underneath the snow there's gonna be ice. So when it snows, there's ice underneath there in my story too. That happened before the very first snowstorm last year. I went walking through the snowstorm, forgetting that the water underneath turned to ice. I crashed. I wiped out and hurt my tailbone, but I kept walking. I kept walking and forced myself to keep walking. Walking is the best way to get rid of a sore back. I took it slow, took it easy. Then I fell down twice again after that. The second time I fell down properly. Like I fell down curving your back and falling down a certain way so you don't hurt yourself at all. And the third time I fell on my side. Not on my back tailbone, but my side that night. But yeah, I'm not going to race down the street like a crazy person. I'm going to take care and walk very slowly and so forth, especially with all the puddles. Again, that's going to be treacherous. Believe me, it'll be treacherous. So I have to be extra careful. That's the main thing that counts. And yeah, got a new phone from someone. It's one of those little simple flip phones based emergencies. And it has a good camera, good audio, and yeah, it was given to me through some people there. Let's put it that way for safety. And it takes good pictures and it takes good audio as well. So yeah, it's a new kind of flip phone, the newest one. The old ones had crappy pictures on their phone, but this phone has a good camera and good audio. So even though it's a flip phone, it has better camera and better audio than the retro flip phones back from 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and so forth, which is very good. And yeah, that's the main thing that counts. Safety is the key. And it's good to see some people and some companies and even the police and security companies, like some people can give phones for you for safety and so forth. And I got that for safety as well. So that's the main thing that counts. So if anything happens, that a little harassing knocker might come back. That's harassment. Could be someone else totally. And the incident where the neighbor did sexually harass me, that could be an isolated incident. Or it could be the same person stupidly. That has yet to be ascertained. That's the main thing that counts. Who knows? Yeah, thank you, Pammy. I got a nice little Bob Cutter, first choice cutters, actually. I paid for it. And he did a good job. But they had to do a good job because it seemed like they were being monitored or inspected by the top manager. And she was there watching them both cut hair. So both of them are on the best behavior to cut hair properly instead of doing a sloppy job. There was somebody else there watching them cut hair. So there must have been some complaints, but when the big boss was there, or the owner, whoever, who knows, was there watching them cut hair. They did a good job because they had to. So I was there a lucky time when I got my hair cut there. That's the main thing that counts. Yeah, it does look healthy and sunny, but I put some pomade on. And yeah, because it was all staticky and all that before when I got home. So I put some pomade on to ease it down and so forth. And as you notice, I'm going natural. No eyeliner, no mascara, just a bit of shadow. Try to go more natural than normal. That's the main thing. And yeah, it's still gonna be very messy out there snow wise, and then we'll have to look forward to freezing rain probably in the future as we approach March and April. So freezing rain is gonna be the next factor for us, I bet. And yeah, we get a bit off topic right now about security and police working together to stop criminal activity. But yeah, there's been a lot of things going on here lately, especially the live stream I did before about those people out there simply picking someone's place, going into someone's place. It takes 5-10 minutes max. I mean, why were so many people there? No walkie-talkies. It wasn't past 11 p.m. There were too many of them. The other guy who was just watching like a TV show or something. I don't know what that was about. And then the knocker, the guy, the neighbor, sexually harassing me at my door after that. After he spoke with them, so they all know each other, and they're all into obviously some shady business there, obviously. But yeah, those motion activated cameras are probably more affordable for police and security on these floors. Less drilling, less expense than the live cameras. And whenever there's a motion, it starts recording every 5 seconds, 2 seconds, whatever. They can program it the way they want to. Probably in this area, it's probably best to have the pictures being taken every 2, 3 seconds, I say. Judging how things can escalate, like a fight can break out, and they take photographs every 2 seconds. 1 second probably is a better idea. Because if a fight breaks out or someone gets stabbed or really seriously hurt, it's probably best to have the cameras take pictures every 2 seconds at least. Not 5 seconds, not 10 seconds. That's not going to catch anything like an assault or a big fight or a stabbing or something that could happen. You need the 2 second or 1 second pictures done when someone's moving. 1 second possibly. If there's going to be a stabbing or a shooting or a big fight, you need to have pictures taken very, very closely together. Live camera would be better, but it's more expensive. But the pictures, motion detected pictures, would be better, and the less seconds in between pictures would be better to catch any violent crime that may happen or possibly future murder and so forth. So that'd be a good idea, and hopefully that's going to be done ASAP, considering how things are escalating big time these days. And whoever is knocking my door will stop doing that now. Judging by all the drilling and all the upgrades to the security systems and everything, that will be rectified very soon. To prevent any tragedies happening here, any severe assaults, even possibly anyone dying and so forth as well. So that's a good idea to keep each other safe, make it secure, make it safety. And yeah, hopefully that will stop the crime and break and enters, home takeovers, drug trafficking, and prostitution from going on here, and harassment and sexual harassment and so forth going on here as well. So we got to work together to try to stop these criminal activities from escalating as it is now in this building in particular. So we got to work together. We got to communicate, and we got to stop this activity from happening or escalating more. So yeah, that's about it. Yes, thank you, Reddish Tipta Savage and Pammy J and Dave and Bangor. Good to see you guys and everything in the chat. Hope you guys are doing well. But yeah, I'm a warrior. I mean, I've been doing enduring all this harassment for like over a decade. And it's amazing I'm still strong and so forth. But of course, it's very, very, very challenging and very, very, very it works very hard, but now it's getting better. That's the main thing that counts. Living on edge day by day is not good for your health, Lisa. That's correct, Pammy. That's why I'm trying to get an emergency transfer of here. And it seems like they're getting some other kind of surveillance cameras in here and so forth. So it's about the drilling and everything. They should do that. They have to. And yeah, thank God I got an emergency phone so I can take pictures more and so forth. There's a good camera on this. And I have my where's my little camera? My little camera, where'd it go? Oh yeah, this little guy. This little guy is pretty good too. But it's not charging properly, so I'm gonna maybe not charger I need. I'm not sure. Hope it's not kaput. And the other one's working, but I'm still charging it. So it'll be ready to charge probably should be charged by 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And yeah, this one's kaput, I think. The other one's still charging, but damn. Now it's gonna be hard to keep surveillance on overnight now. The other one's still charging, and yeah, hopefully There will be no disturbances tonight, hopefully. But if there is, well, just keep notating it. And if they keep doing it stupidly enough, they will be caught sooner or later. They will be caught sooner or later. So, yeah. Yeah, sour hearts. Reddish tip savage sour hearts. Yeah, that's interesting. Those sour hearts. I call them, well, I call them Tweedledee and Tweedledum, the two neighbors who have harassed me, have been sentenced for one for uttering threats, one for assault, and they're still living here on my floor, never been evicted. I call them Tweedledee and Tweedledum because they hang out together, and everything, all that. They all back each other up, and all kinds of legal things going on in that group and so forth. But um, yeah, you got to keep strong. You got to work together to stop this criminal activity and prevent any tragedies from happening, and so forth. That's the main thing that counts. And yeah, that's right, Pammy J. Those hearts aren't sour; they are rotten. LOL. That is true. They're rotten. Rotten apples. The rotten apples. No, they're not rotten apples. I would say they are not rotten apples. Nuts. Let's think of humorous names for these troublemakers. Sour hearts, you say reddish tip savage. Pammy says rotten apples. Let's think of names, funny humorous names for these losers. Let's think of funny, hilarious names. Okay, rotten apples, I say. Reddish tip savage says sour hearts. Let's think of something else. Hilarious and funny and so appropriate for them. Let's think of something hilarious and something memorable for these idiots. What should we call them? They're definitely troublemakers, that's for sure. People like that seemingly don't know anything. Yeah, they don't know anything. And all they know is drugs, prostitution, bullying, gossiping. They won't get their lives in order. They won't get better. They bully, they tease. They're bullies too as well. That's another thing. And they're liars and they're racist too. They're very racist, unfortunately, this lot. And they won't get lives better. I try to get my life better and have lots of hopes for getting my life better, hopefully getting a job or start my own business. But it's impossible when you're being harassed. When I was working there I only had the job for less than a month, this beautiful job in retail, and I was happy. When I left early in the morning, there was always someone creepy in the hallway who followed me toward the elevator when I went to work. Even though I only worked casually twice or three times a week or a couple times a month, well, I didn't work that much. I only worked 2 or 3 times a week that month and I quit. Just when I was getting better and more near the end before I quit, they were really hanging out in the hallway and I just freaked me out and I quit. I didn't bother showing up for work or go to work at all. So I actually thought that it was better to save my life and save my safety. Even though I love that job and everything, because of my safety, I decided not to go back to work again. And that's how bad it was. I really liked that job. I have experience in that job. And because of these bullies, these criminals, these predators, I lost that opportunity. And ever since then, I never got a job again. Warehouse jobs went down. Like, I've been looking for a job all last year. Nothing, 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 nothing. But it makes sense because it was like so many people coming to Canada and so forth. I had no criminal record. Plus, dealing with these guys who are harassing and, escalation here and there, up and down with them. So I went drinking binge up and down, which is the way I coped back then. But The good support system I have, we all need a support system, don't we? Yeah, they do have sick hearts, and they won't get lives and better. There's one person in this building who's very young. She has potential. She cycles, she like tennis, but she's gone downhill into the dark world of dark things because of this one person who corrupted her into dark things, unfortunately. But she still is very young, and she still has potential to be a good person. But she has to get away from these people before it's too late. She's still young. She has potential to be better. But unfortunately, she's going down a dark path into a dead end street of not escaping, not getting a productive life. Probably died violently, probably will experience violence if already she has not experienced violence. But yeah. And then, yeah, with me, I'm Indigenous and I'm being targeted. Racism, predators, like I say, these people what target Indigenous people, Black people, and immigrants, and newcomers to Canada. They target those four kind of people. And that's what they're doing. They're doing that indeed, unfortunately. So, Pammy, you grew up in a home full of addiction, huh? Yeah, it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. And yeah, the thing is, I was doing well. I had nothing to drink on Thursday, nothing to drink on Friday, nothing to drink on Saturday. I had 2 beers on Sunday. And after I went to recovery group on Monday. It was good, and had 1 beer. That's when the strange incident with the people picking someone's apartment and everything happened, and the sexual harassment from that neighbor happened that night. Then I had 2.5 on Tuesday, and today I'm on my Wednesday I had one, and today I'm on my second one now already. Honesty is the key, and it's just like I got my phone now, and this, like I said, this one is not working properly. I'm not sure why it's not charging. I'm not sure it's broken or whatever. But I got this, and I got the other one still charging. It should be charged hopefully another hour. And if there's any harassment, um, I'll, I'll probably attach it to the door probably a couple hours from now. And hopefully no incidents will happen tonight, hopefully. So it's best to install the motion activated cameras. You save more money, my friends. Police and scary out there in community housing. When there's no cameras and it's too complex to put a live camera on my floor and the floor above me, it's probably best to put some cameras, motion detection cameras, probably more affordable. And I would suggest putting every 1 second or 2 seconds maximum, due to the fact there may be a stabbing or a shooting or a big fight or something. You need evidence. 5 seconds won't cut it. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If someone gets stabbed, let's do an example. Let's say there's a big fight in the hallway and too much things are happening too fast. 5 second delay will not help at all, hardly at all. May catch a thing here and there. If someone gets stabbed or kicked in the chest like I did that one time when the cameras caught it downstairs by that other neighbor. 5 second delay will not do much. Like if someone kicks somebody and it's 5 second delay here on this floor, make it 2 second delay, 1 second delay. Take pictures every second or continuously, possibly. Because there was a big fight where there was bloodbath in the lobby at that time. There was blood streaks in the hallway toward my door. But apparently the fight went in the stairwell, and when I went downstairs, there was a big bloodbath there. That's a very shocking thing to see. I thought someone got stabbed. There were blankets there like someone was covered to keep from shock. There was a big pool of blood, like a puddle of blood, literally, in the lobby. I thought someone died, but that person survived amazingly. And as for the blood streaks toward my door, won't be surprised that idiot down the hall went down there, got blood, and streaked through toward my door as one I'll be next. Won't be surprised. But I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear any noise. Like I wasn't woke up to a big fight. I just woke up to see the blood streaks toward my door on the wall. So that could be a warning to me that I might be next. I don't know what the fight was about or whatever, but I came home one day and there was a big paper. There was a newspaper with fire ashes on it right outside my door. I didn't think anything of it. Just kicked it away. I was tired. I was just exhausted and I wasn't feeling well. I was tired. I was like, what the hell is this? I kicked it away. It didn't occur to me that this newspaper that had black ashes all over it, there was a fire on it, until after. Like, I was so tired it didn't occur to me that could have been a threat to me about something. And the blood stains from downstairs were going toward my door. But I had no fight. Was that a warning to me? That is that a threat to me by the guy down the hall? That's another reason I have to get out of here. That's why it's so serious. And it's no wonder I drink. No wonder I lash out like a feral cat. Because it's frustrating. Years and years and years of abuse and harassment and being terrorized like this can build up and explode in various different kind of ways. That is the thing. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Pammy, it's hard. And they wonder why I drink. I mean, why I drink on and off and binges after certain harassment and everything. It's possible I was even raped maybe when I was really intoxicated and everything, all that. I woke up one time with, like, I don't know, like, I don't remember, but it's possible. I got STI tested and thank God no STIs, but I may have been raped once or twice maybe by, when I was badly intoxicated by these people. And yeah, bruises here and there sometimes. And yeah, I have no evidence. It's just speculation right now, but I think, makes sense. Judging by all the harassment that's happening now and sexual harassment for him when he was on my peephole. And after the incident there, he was like licking his lips at me in the peephole at that. That guy, he was charged for uttering threats too before the other one was charged for assault against me. And the one who sold me should have been evicted right away. But was he? No. Anyways, but I'm very thankful for the help in the community. And I got a support letter for me to move out, emergency transfer. I got one support letter. I'm going to go back to another place that they know about the harassment for years from that guy who sexually harassed me now. And the police even went there to the place to notate it back then. And it's been going on a long time. We'll backtrack to all the reports and the officers involved concerning these people. I don't understand why the guy who was violent is not evicted. He assaulted the guy downstairs. He assaulted me really badly. He kicked the chest of another ignorant gentleman in the fourth floor and karate kicked him too in the chest as well. And this guy is not evicted. It doesn't make any sense at all. Just opened our door, and once a lady in my old neighborhood just opened our door and came in saying he wants to go home. I was ready to fight, but also I recognized that she was out of it mentally. I felt, yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm making it a priority to move out of here as fast as possible. Even before the assault, I tried to get a transfer because the harassment was getting too big, too frequent and escalating. And I talked to a tenant worker here. She was supposed to come after seeing a tenant here in this building. She never showed up. She never showed up. I put that live on YouTube waiting for her, actually, I think. And probably still on YouTube. That was years before the assault, which 6, 7, 8, around 10 years ago, 8 years ago, maybe. And she never showed up. I knew it was going to come to worse, and I wanted to transfer. She said she was going to see a attendant in the building and want to see me after. She never called me. She never returned my emails or anything. And, I gave up. And then it escalated and everything, all that, And what happened, happened. So, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I've been waiting for so long for a transfer, and all these other people get transfers way before me. And it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. It's kind of perplexing. But I'm getting help now, and I have a support letter. I've got other support letters and so forth. Try to get out of here as fast as possible. And now the other place where I got the phone from, they're understanding the situation I'm going through of all the harassment, hence the drink binges and everything, all that, and the lashing out and the frustration and so forth. But yeah. So something artistic on the web. Well, yeah, I'm actually I'm not beading anymore. I don't have my glasses, so it's hard to see when I bead. I need to get my glasses. I'm going to go to a place where check my eyes free. Don't have to pay for it. Get my glasses and everything. But right now, I have to deal with these more urgent matters right now. Before I do that, next week I'll get the eye checkup and I get my glasses and everything, so I can read again. I love reading, at least, and be able to see much more better, especially with the tiny seed beads. It's like without my glasses, like I can't see. So I'm not beading now because I can't see anything, especially with seed beads. It's tough. Yeah, thank you, Tip Savage. Is this strong and shiny? Still very thick. I have one gray hair strand somewhere around here. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I'm not going. Yeah, thank you, Pammy. I'm not going to get a job anytime soon because I'm going to be harassed and target or lose a job anyway. It won't look good. It's best to get the heck out of here and deal with the harassment, escalating harassment occurring, and so forth. Just making the accounts. And yeah, I'm so happy for the support I have from the other places and so forth. We actually wrote a future letter to ourselves today at St. Joe's Women's Center. We did she said, join our group, Lisa. So I stayed. What we did was wrote a letter to ourselves from now into the future. It says, make it how long, whatever you want to, a year, a few months, whatever. So we wrote a letter to our future selves, and we did some, just like, what are our plans now? How do we feel, thoughts now? What are we going to do in the future? What are our special skills and final thoughts? So we worked on that to give a letter to our future selves in the future. Whether it be a year, 10 years, 5 months, or whatever. That was very, very fulfilling, and I like doing that. We put some little inspirational stickers on our envelopes for ourselves and so forth. Actually, let me show you. I'm going to show you right now. Okay. Have it in here somewhere. Here it is. Here is a letter we did today. And here's my envelope. Like I put a lot of stickers on there. Radiate positivity. Be curious, not judgmental. Dreams don't work unless you do. Think now, believe now, act now. You can do hard things. create the opportunity. And so I put in the back. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work. And I put Home Sweet Home and Safe Sweet Home. Don't open until Canada Day 2025. And inside is a letter to me. I'm going to open this in Canada Day. Hopefully by then I have my new apartment and I'll be in a safe place to live here, dealing with the harassment and so forth. And that's the thing this envelope activity was for. So this made me feel real good. And yeah, I'm going to stick it in my fridge right now with the magnet. Just give me a second. Yeah. So that was a very really fulfilling activity we did at St. Joe's, and yeah, it helped me a lot. I'm very proud to do that, and it made me feel better. And yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to my the officer I see every 2 weeks about the sexual harassment from the neighbor. He told me that if there's any sexual harassment to tell him right away, so I'm gonna have to tell him and call him tomorrow. I got a lot of things to do tomorrow too as well. It's gonna be a busy day for me tomorrow. Just think by Canada Day, your life could be really different and great. That's right, Pammy. Hopefully, I'm going to be out of here. Cycling season's coming back. My bike's in good shape. And I'm going to put this back on my door. Even though I ripped it up and they harassed me anyway, I'm going to put this back on my door. And hopefully, the harasser won't knock on my door again. But it seems to provoke him to make him do it more. If he does that, he's stupid. He's stupid anyway. Keep on doing it anyway. Unless there's two people, one knocking and him harassing. I don't know. These guys all know each other. Think it's a big joke, but they could all be in trouble. One by one, they could be in trouble. Do you ever work with turquoise? Well, actually, I got something from. I'm going to try something new. Yeah, they're a bunch of bullies. They're bullies. They're racist bullies. They're bullies. It's a game. I actually got some clay here from the Wabano. I have never actually tried this yet. Natural modeling clay. I have no idea how to work this. Do I need water or something? I'm gonna try this, but I'm gonna need gonna make sure that it's gonna be messy. Obviously, I never worked with this before in my life. I have no idea what to do with this, but I'll try it out one of these days. Maybe I should take a clay making modeling course. Maybe I'm not sure, but I have no idea what to do with this or how to use it. I also got this big giant scrapbook with my package of fruits and vegetables from the Wabano and the big size papers, which I can use for pencil sketching, what I used to do in my 20s a long time ago, or put some vision board magazine stuff on there, messages to myself, all kinds of things in a booklet, and I'm going to date it. Like kind of like an artistic diary, let's put it that way. So this will be my artistic diary. I should look into this. So dream diary, I can write stuff in here. So I'm going to start putting dates on here. Maybe do a vision board thing with some words from magazines and so forth, what I'm feeling that day, negative or positive for me, and motivational things. And then maybe vision board stuff on here. And another one, maybe some painting, maybe. I have paint and brushes in my closet. Should get back into that maybe. I'm not sure this is a sketchbook. A versatile sketch paper for quick studies with a variety of dry media. So it's probably a vision board scrapbook. So this will be a vision board. I might do some pencil sketching on here. And I'm not sure this can take painting. I've got some paint still and brushes still. We'll see. But this will be my creative diary. I'll date each one and I'll write down some stuff about anything good or bad happening and so forth. So I'm going to do that. And right now I'm going to put this on my door again. So yeah, hopefully I won't have those disturbances. And if they do that, well, go show you they have no respect for science and they have no respect for, no respect for anybody at all. So hang on, I'm just going to put this on my door now. Just give me a sec. Okay, I'm just going to use some green tape here. So when the other one got ripped off, obviously. They don't give a damn. Bunch of assholes. So I'm going to put this on my door now. And if they continue, just go show what kind of people they really are. Losers. No respect at all for anybody. Who thinks it's a joke. Well, I'm serious, not a joke anymore. Enough's enough. All these years of abuse and harassment from you guys, I've had it. You guys won't start your own business. You guys won't get your lives in order. If all you do is bully people and victimize people and try to threaten people, you guys, those guys are really not worth it. So, yeah. Let's get this ready. And we'll see if it's going to be any disturbances tonight. I'll put the other little camera on the peephole when charges put another hour from now. Just give me a sec. Okay, it's done. I retaped it on the door. And they have the nerve to still knock on the door and harass. Obviously, they're a bunch of a-holes, aren't they? But, yeah. I'm actually starting to get into juicing now, my friends. I started yesterday, actually. I have this Ninja juicer I found in my cupboard, and I was juicing yesterday. I got a bunch of carrots and pineapples. I got 2 pineapples, so I juiced up some carrot juice with pineapple juice, with some ginger sprinkles in it, apples and orange. That came out so good. That was excellent. And yes, and then after that, I made carrot juice mainly with a lot of ginger and a bit of pineapple and orange. I put too much ginger in, but considering I'm getting over this lung infection and cold, it's enough to flush out my system, to help flush out my system, which is good. So I think I'm getting mainly into this juicing thing this summer. So when I cut cans, I'm going to get a lot of things like berries, raspberries. I got some clementines already now. I got 2 apples, and I still got some pineapple. I got lots of carrots left. So the carrots help detox my system. Pineapple is good for the lungs. However, pineapple can be incompatible with a lot of antibiotics and so forth. So you gotta look into that. That's another thing. Also, I got a bunch of popcorn kernels. You do not need a popcorn machine to make popcorn with kernels. What I use simple is a simple little small pot with a clear glass covering over it. You don't need oil, you just need some margarine or butter, and then put it on medium high heat and let the kernels pop, and a glass covering so you can see it isn't burned. So you don't need a popcorn machine. These popcorn machines you see in the Canadian Tire, the Air Popper, the expensive one, you don't need that. All you need is a good pot with a clear glass through and some oil, some butter, and don't put it too high, don't put it too low, put it medium high, and then voila, you got a popcorn made. Every time I bought a popcorn machine in the past, I made popcorn so much, the popcorn machine broke within 3 months both times. You don't need a popcorn machine. Just use a simple pot, some oil, a glass covering to see it, and that's all you need. Popcorn machines only last 3 months anyway, if you use it enough. Not worth it. There are simpler ways to do things in um, simple manners. That's the thing. And we'll talk about that as time goes on. And yeah, we'll talk about that next time. So I got my phone from the place I got it from, and I put the little warning, please not disturb. Can't talk properly. I didn't get much sleep last night after the person knocked on my door at 1:15 in the morning, kept tossing and turning, and yeah. So security, get those cameras ready. Take pics every second at it, or 2 seconds maximum, because it's a big fight and fights happen fast. People run. You need to get the evidence and get 5 seconds. Someone hits somebody and gets kicked across or stabbed. 5 second delay will not cover a stabbing or a gunshot. Get the picture motion action cameras every second or 2 seconds. Considering how fast a punch can go, how fast a kick can go, how fast a gunshot can happen or a light wound happens. 5 second delay will not catch that, and you've messed up. So get a motion detection camera, which is much more affordable, and every second or 2 seconds, 2 second maximum. That's the best way to do it. So we got to work together to get safety in our buildings and so forth. That's the main thing that counts. And yeah, we have to work together to stop violence against women and Indigenous people. Human trafficking, drug trafficking, that has to stop too, because the two go usually hand in hand. And human traffickers tend to predatorize people, defame people, and trying to get them into that. Raping people, harassing people, the home takeovers going galore, home takeovers, break and enters as well. Those are the main big things happening nowadays. So yeah, we got to work together to stop all these things. And it's getting close to 8 p.m. now. So Pam, creativity and doing positive things and having good support system. More than one good support system. More than one is very important. That's the main thing that counts. Against people trying to predatorize you, bring you down, and so forth. That's the best thing that counts. So yeah, art, music, vision boards, even poetry. What else? Healthy living, foods, yoga, meditation, hot baths, self-care is very important too as well. So yeah, let's all work together to keep our community housing establishments safe and keep criminal activity out. So I think that's about it. I'm going to let you guys go soon. And it looks like my chat friends are really deep in conversation right now, which is good. And guys, I'm glad you guys are talking about good things. There's a lot of ceremonies for different cultures as well. I plan to go to a sweat lodge. I'm registered to go for a sweat lodge in a few weeks. And also this weekend, I'm going to go for bear ceremony as well. So things are going to go good. More healing has to occur. And the criminal activity and the bullying against me, the harassment and sexual harassment, which is now starting to happen, has to stop. So yeah, I didn't get much sleep last night since the harassment at 1:15 yesterday morning, knocking the door and everything. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm going to clean up a bit the popcorn pies and everything, all that. I might have a hot bath. It's only 8 o'clock, but usually I go to sleep around 8 or 9 anyway, and so forth. So Pammy and Brother Tip Savage and David Bangor and anyone else who might be listening, you guys have a good night. Stay safe. Watch your back and help protect each other and watch out for each other. Have a good night, my friends. Yeah, there will be better days ahead. Take care, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great night. Yeah, good night, my friends. Like which.